blue by me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. What a wonderful world.
Well, good morning from our balcony.
Good morning. It is beautiful here.
Someone's birthday today.
That's me.
Last year, we woke up in 26-degree weather on Yellowstone Lake
Wyoming.
on her birthday. And now we get to wake up in beautiful Hawaii.
79 when I came out at 6 a.m. Went from the coldest birthday last year to probably this will be the hottest birthday this year.
There's a highly reviewed breakfast place here in the condominium lobby
We're in the Ilokai.
that we're gonna check out here shortly.
Cinnamons.
And I do have something planned for your birthday, but do you wanna know or do you wanna not know?
I don't know. Is it something you think would be better to wait or tell me? Yeah.
Do you wanna know?
I think so.
Okay.
Like you wanted to know what to prepare for.
Okay. Well, I don't think you can come to Hawaii and not enjoy the ocean and the water. So how can you come to Hawaii and not go snorkeling with possibly the fish and the turtles? But I took it a step farther, and we're not snorkeling, we're actually scuba diving.
Oh boy. Don't we need to be certified for that?
So not only did I find a place that you didn't have to be certified, but it took me a while to do this, but I found a place where it's shore diving. So that means we don't have to take a boat to get to wherever. We literally just walk onto the beach, into the ocean, and go scuba diving.
So we have to wear all that stuff?
So yeah, we're gonna have a 50-pound oxygen tank on our back.
Happy birthday, you gotta lift some weights.
So there's no chance of uncertainty when it comes to motion sickness.
Still a little nervous. I've never been scuba diving.
I haven't either.
I've been snorkeling in St. Martin and that was beautiful. Ooh, I'm nervous. I just hope it doesn't bother me. Being in the water, you know what I mean?
Swimming?
I don't know. I've never scuba dived. Scuba dove. Scuba dive, scuba dove. I'm excited though. Are we gonna see turtles?
We're going to Electric Beach.
Where's that?
So I guess there's some plant nearby that has like purifies water or something, and it's really warm. So it's like a hot spot for all.
But it's still the ocean?
Yeah, it's the ocean. Whatever plant is there, it warms the water, so it's like a hot spot for all the wildlife. So we could possibly see. I mean, well, I'm sure we'll see. It's definitely reef. We'll see a lot of reef.
Yeah.
Almost guaranteed fish. Possibly sea turtles.
Turtles.
Musk. I think they're called musk sea lions.
Oh.
And then
In the water or
yeah.
like on the beach?
Maybe either, and then possibly spinner dolphins. But that,
Dolphins would be cool. Because it's warm, you're saying?
yeah, because the water is really warm.
Oh. Thank you.
I hope it's adequate. All right, let's get this day started.
Woo, happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
We're on our way to the aforementioned scuba diving expedition here. And there's a 0% chance of rain. But for some reason, there's
Tiny bit of green.
there's a rainbow. Well, obviously we're in a car. We didn't really have intentions on renting a car today. I mean, eventually, just not today. But this scuba diving excursion is like 35 minutes away. And that translates into like a $75 Uber Lyft ride. So by the time we get a ride there and back, it's basically double the price of renting this car today.
Because we went through Turo now. We found Turo's a lot cheaper. It's basically Airbnb for cars. It's like what we did in Utah with our van. So it's significantly cheaper than a regular rental car company. And you can do it like by the hour, by the day, or...
And we rented a hardtop convertible Volkswagen, which we had the top down coming out of our parking garage, but I don't know if you can tell by the windows, it's raining.
Yeah, we found a parking garage. Hotel parking is very expensive. Every hotel here. Ours is like $45 a day. Or no, $35 a day and then $45 if you want valet. But there's one around the corner from our hotel that's only, what was it, $25?
We paid $84 for 3 days.
Not ideal, but we also, tomorrow we have a flight, island hopper flight to go to the Big Island to go explore there for a day. So we figured we might as well keep the car that day so we can leave it at the airport and then have a way back from the airport so we don't have to Uber. And then we decided to get it Wednesday as well so we can...
Today's Monday, FYI.
Oh yeah, sorry. So tomorrow, Tuesday, was our island hopper day, and then Wednesday we're gonna do a tour around the island, and it takes you to the North Shore and then back and everything. Thanks to Jess, she gave us let us use her login for, it's called the Shaka app. So it's actually like a detailed tour. It tells you about the points as you're driving and like places you're gonna stop. So rather than having to do 2 reservations and pay insurance, because you gotta pay for insurance through Turo, we just decided to keep the car an extra day and then we don't have to worry about it. But then we have a Jeep tomorrow when we're on the Big Island, so we can explore there too. But we're gonna go scuba diving. I'm a little nervous because I've never scuba dived. Hopefully this clears up. We're gonna see some fishies and some seals, some turtles, and maybe some dolphins.
No sooner had Kayla said that than the skies cleared and gifted us with a beautiful blue sky and exuberant rays from the sun. We traveled down Farrington Freeway towards Electric Beach, where we'd be scuba diving from the shore, and couldn't help but feel a deep appreciation for the beauty and the culture of the island. There's just something about the way the road hugs the coastline, with the ocean sparkling on one side and lush green hills on the other. Every curve of the road reveals another breathtaking view. It's like Hawaii is putting on a show just for us, painting us a picture and bringing it to life. We were able to put the top back down, allowing us to smell the ocean air. And we could hear the waves crashing against the rocks. The same waves will soon be underneath. We finally arrived and had our private 60-minute training, equipped ourselves with the 50-pound oxygen tank and the rest of the gear, and headed into those crashing waves. We didn't know how much of a physical demand just the swim out to the dive spot would be. As you can see from the map created by the diving company, in order to even reach our dive spot, we had to swim 75 to 100 meters on the surface of the water, on our backs, with all of our gear on, as the waves kept insisting that we stay close to shore. Well, we eventually prevailed against the waves and finally reached our dive spot, and I was the first to go down. To ensure everything was good and that we actually paid attention in our training, our instructor could only guide one of us down at a time. After about 5 minutes of popping my ears and releasing air from my suit, I landed on the floor of the Pacific Ocean, approximately 20 feet below the waves. During my descent, poor Kayla was left alone to float on the surface, still enduring the incoming waves. The instructor asked if I was okay alone by holding up the universal OK signal, to which I responded with the same, and I watched him leave me to go retrieve Kayla to assist her down. As the instructor swam away from me, I found myself in complete solitude and isolation, enveloped in silence, interrupted only by the sound of my regulator with every slow, deep breath I took. Everything seemed so unfamiliar, as if I were on a different planet, evoking a sense of wonder and tranquility within me. I began to enter a meditative state, allowing the weightlessness and silence to overcome me. I uncovered a respect for the ocean, an understanding that I am but a visitor to this newfound environment. And without this 50-pound oxygen tank, I would not be able to survive otherwise. This journey I have embarked on into this new world, profoundly calming and full of serenity, became a journey of introspection, almost euphoria. I was excited for Kayla to experience this euphoria that I was feeling. My excitement grew when I saw the instructor begin to assist her down below the waves. With each inch of separation she gained from the waves, however, I could sense her nervousness. The instructor taught us ways to communicate below the surface, and I could see her communicate to the instructor that she needed to keep going back up, as she was struggling to pop her ears. Now this needs to be done multiple times while descending in order to acclimate them to the changing pressure as it increases the deeper you go. After a few unsuccessful attempts, the instructor brought Kayla to the surface, swam back to me, and signaled that we need to ascend to the surface as well. My euphoria immediately faded away as I began to realize that Kayla would not be able to experience all the emotions that I was feeling just moments ago. She wouldn't feel the blissful detachment from our world that I felt. I gathered my heavy heart, swam to the surface, and allowed the waves to carry me to shore. Hello.
Oh, hi.
If you're wondering how scuba diving went, not that great for her.
My fault. I thought I was gonna do okay, and then I started to get the breathing okay. We swam out there with the guy, and then he took John down first and said, "You'll just have to wait a few minutes while I bring her down." And while you're going down, you gotta hold your nose, like you're all geared up. You got your whole face mask, all the scuba stuff on the back, like the whole air tank and everything. And he took John down first. So then he comes back up and he's like, "Are you ready?" And I said, "Well, as ready as I'm gonna be." I was a little nervous. And when you're going out, it's hard to catch your breath and get used to using the actual, like, whatever it is, the breathing apparatus, respirator type thing. We started to go down. My ears weren't popping, so I went back up with him and then went back down. And I was about, like, what, a foot from the ground, the floor?
He was on the floor.
Yeah. And it just, I don't know if it was waves or, like, my nerves, but I started to feel really sick. And for me, since I have nausea, like motion sickness, I get a really sharp pain in my stomach when I'm gonna get sick. And I started to get that feeling. And he gave us hand signals, so I was going like this to go up. And as soon as we got up, I told him I just had to, like, catch my breath, and I unfortunately said I'm not going to be able to do it, because it was starting to really mess with me. Like, I was feeling really sick, like, it's hard to explain, just unfortunately couldn't keep going. So I felt horrible. I told him, like, the guy was up there with me and just telling me to, like, take deep breaths and, like, get myself together first. So then he went down and got John. And I told John I really wanted him to continue, but he didn't want to continue without me. So I feel horrible still.
She's worried about me spending money or missing an experience or something. And I'm worried about, like, it was for her birthday. So, like, not only did she not get to do, like, a cool experience, but she got sick from it. So I felt bad for not having prepared better, I guess. I thought, like, not being in a boat.
We wouldn't have known, yeah.
I feel like not being on a boat would have been good enough, but lesson learned.
Yeah, I don't.
No more water activities.